Welcome back inside the Simplified Technology Solutions Intermissions Report. Austin Bruins, Fairbanks Ice Dogs, the third game of 3 consecutive between these two opponents. 20 minutes in the books. Before we go ahead and give you the recap of what happened here on this Saturday night from Riverside Arena, let's wind the clock back a little bit and listen to an interview that I did earlier this week with Bruins forward Peter Jacobs. Peter, in his second year with the Austin Bruins, wearing the A on his chest. He's one of those high motor kids. You know who he is. He really needs no introduction. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Pete, thanks for taking the time coming out here. I know it's a little bit of a snowy day out there for you California kid, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here, and thanks for having me.
How bad would it get in Colorado? Would it be this bad when you were in Colorado playing for the Rampage?
In Colorado, they did have some pretty nasty snowstorms occasionally, but the weird thing out there was that it could be 10 degrees, 20 degrees, and a blizzard one day, and the next day it would be 70 degrees and sunny, and everything would melt.
I guess the same could be said here in Minnesota, except the temperature difference is just going down. I heard Super Bowl Sunday we're supposed to be -7, so that's a pretty drastic difference.
Super cold.
Getting off the bus last night at 1 a.m. or whatever it was, 32 degrees. I was like, what's going on with this weather? This was actually kind of nice. But anywho, let's dive into your season so far. Your second year with the Austin Bruins. Head coach Steve Howard has put the assistant captain on your sweater. I want to start there. What does that mean for you? Because you're a guy in your second year with the Austin Bruins, and you're surrounded by so many other guys who could be kind of viewed as legacy players, if you will. The Reggie Millettes, who's in his third year with the team. Garrett Dahm in his fourth year with the team. How does that make you feel knowing that you get the chance to wear the A and kind of just rein in some of those younger guys and be a leader on this team?
Well, first off, it's a huge honor, and I'm very excited and happy to have that honor and kind of bear that weight. And I think it's something that I can do. And I think the biggest thing for me, wearing that A, the biggest thing that I want to focus on is coming to the rink every single day and making the team better and trying to make the people around me better. And whether that's helping the new guys learn our systems or just keeping guys on track to do the right things every single day, I think if we all start to really come together as a group and get better every single day, I think that's kind of my focus while wearing the A is to try and help everyone get better every day.
In your second full season here with the Bruins, do those systems and some of those things that you're trying to teach down to the younger kids, are they coming more naturally to you? Is it almost, just second nature now at this point?
Yeah, to me, I definitely feel a lot more in sync with all the systems and all the things that Steve is trying to get across to everyone. At least a lot more in sync with it this year than I did last year, and so I kind of understand where some of the new kids can mess up or have questions, and so I can try and help teach them and correct them.
Well, I think the faith that head coach Steve Howard has in you shows just by the different units that you play on. You're obviously one of the key guys 5-on-5. You're playing in penalty kill situations. You're playing in power play situations. And maybe some of that is trying to find the right chemistry of the guys who are going to click, but you're out there in almost every single situation. Do you remember a time where everything just kind of clicked? Did that happen for you mid-year last year? Or was that something that once you came back after that long pause, you were like, oh, okay, this all just makes sense now?
Yeah. Well, last year, it being my first year, I think, I don't know. I think I just, and being a rookie, I just really wanted to show everyone that I was the hardest worker. And I think this year I still want to show everyone I'm the hardest worker, not only on the team, but in the NA, I guess. But, I just want to be the hardest worker, and I think when I'm working hard, then everything starts to fall into place and things start to go my way when I'm moving my feet, and when whether it is 5-on-5 or penalty kill or power play, when I'm confident in my ability and moving my feet and trying to help the people around me, then I think that's when everything starts to click.
when you look at your season so far with 7 total points in 18 games, 5 goals, including one this past Wednesday against Fairbanks, it's obvious that you're getting more scoring opportunities. And you had 4 goals there in just a handful of games. Was there anything in particular in the offseason that you wanted to focus on so that you could make sure that those stats went up, whether it be moving your feet or anything? Were you trying to get maybe a little bit bigger? Were you trying to get a little faster? Was there anything in the offseason that you really worked on?
Yeah, in the off season, I really tried to, take advantage of that time and take a step back from just everything I work on throughout the season and just look at myself and say, okay, here's what I'm good at, here's what needs work. And I try to talk to Coach Howard a lot about this. I go into his office quite a bit, actually, and I try to ask him, what can I do here? What can I do here? And he's good with that and letting me know what I need to work on and stuff like that. So I kind of have a good idea, but yeah, in the off season, I want to get faster, and I think a big thing with this year from last year is just more poise with the puck. Like last year, I think coming into the league, you don't really know what to expect, and people are saying, "Oh, there's the null, there's hard hitting league and blah blah blah." So maybe some guys are more timid, and I think I was a little bit timid last year too. But this year, it's like, okay, this is my time to shine. Veteran guy, age out guy. I'm confident. I have poise. I know what to do when I have the puck. Get it to me. I want it. I know the right play.
I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit, but it's a good question, I think. I want you to pretend that I'm a D1 scout, because obviously that is your goal, right? Is to get to a Division I commitment at one of your top schools. You're talking to me. I want you, what does Peter Jacobs bring to the table that maybe I can't see on the film? I want you to sell me on yourself here real quick and tell me and tell everybody listening, all of the Austin fans who are listening, what does Peter Jacobs bring to the table?
All right. Well, I believe that every single shift I go out there, I will be the hardest working player on the ice. And so that's one. Number two, I believe that I have great character and I can bring that into the team to make everyone, I don't know, I feel like I have a great character and I can get along with anyone in any situation, whether it's a teammate or a coach, and really try to, gel with them, be the best teammate possible.
I think that's 100%. I mean, you even mentioned, right, you're obviously wearing the captain's A. So you obviously do well with teammates. You just mentioned that you go in and talk to Steve a lot about what you can do better. So obviously you're great with relationships with coaches and always looking better to improve. When we watch you on the ice, so when I'm watching you from up in my perch, how do I know Peter Jacobs is having a good game? Aside from the stats, obviously, if you put up a hat trick, I know you're having a great game. But if you don't have any points on the board, how else can I look at your game and go, you know what, Peter's having himself a really good game? What would I be seeing at that point?
Well, I think it starts in the D zone. I believe that, or I try to pride myself on being a great 200-foot player, starting in the defensive zone, going all the way into the O zone. I think when I'm having a good game, I'm having clean outs, as they say, outs, getting the puck out of our defensive zone, clean outs every single time. No turnovers, blocking shots in the D zone, getting the puck in deep, no gray zone, gray zone. Sorry, I'm saying all the hockey.
No, that's fine. We don't get the chance to hear that often.
No turnovers at the blue line, I should say, or in areas where the turnovers could be costly. And whether that's, getting the puck in to their zone, the offensive zone, and going to work, and getting it back, or that's skating it in, making a play, and then just me getting a lot of shots when I'm getting a lot of shots. And, you know, when I'm crashing the net, I mean, all 4 out of my all five of my goals have come right around the paint. You know, that's when I'm crashing the net, making plays there. And, you know, I think that's a big thing for me. So shooting, getting the puck deep into the zone, playing a 200-foot game, and being reliable in the defensive zone. I think that's my game, and I know that's my role. That's what Steve and Coach Fish look for every single night for me. I know that's what I have to do, and I think I can do all those things and just compete at a very high level.
Well, go ahead, get out there, protect that puck, make sure you got some clean outs, make sure you're not, you're not turning things over in the neutral zone. And we've got a long season, only still 20 games into this year. We still have a long way to go. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again at least one more time before the season's over. Peter, thanks for coming out and chatting with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
That was Bruins forward Peter Jacobs. We got plenty more on the Simplified Technology Solutions Intermissions Report coming up after this. Stay tuned. This is Austin Bruins Hockey on Power 96 and Hockey TV.